Hello viewers! Today I'll be telling you guys about my fanfiction. Now, you might be wondering, fanfiction? Video? If you have fanfiction, why are you talking about it on a video? Well, I don't know. I guess I want to talk about it. Because, sometimes telling everyone you know about it isn't enough. So my fanfiction is called Hetalia, the 16 Dimensions, a fan-based story. It is about the nations. I like to call them the main 10. It's Prussia, Canada, America, France, Russia, China, England, Germany, Prussia. I probably already said Prussia. Meh. The main people. The main 10 nations. America. America, the Axis, the Allies, plus Prussia and Canada. Those guys. Those guys. So it's a world meeting at England's place, and they are, they can't find England. It's his meeting. Why can't they find him? But they just can't find him. So they check his basement. This happens in Japan's perspective. So they check his basement and they find out that he is doing magic voodoo stuff. So that's when America gets the brilliant idea to mess with him. So America takes England's wand and, kind of like, hey, this is a magic wand. Meh. And, of course, he just happens to take the right magic spell book to make things go wrong. What he did was he activated a crystal in England's dungeon that happened to be going haywire for some unknown reason. England started panicking about it, just like, hey guys, get out of here, this is not working. But, America's spell kind of did the trick. It activated it, turning it into a portal which sucked the nations inside. Now that is what happens in the nation's perspective at the beginning of my story. On the other hand, on the first chapter, it also starts with this girl named Sarah. It is Sarah's birthday. She is 16 years old and she's having a birthday party. Well, I guess it's a birthday party. It is Hetalia themed, of course, since she is a major fan of Hetalia. Now, you might be thinking, hey, your name is Sarah. I might have done a self-insert. Okay, I did a self-insert. But Tasha's also in it. She is my friend and she's waiting downstairs while I'm, panicking about hey, is it good enough? I don't know. Is that good enough? I don't know. Is anything good enough? I don't know. Because I totally I do things like that. I also have terribly low self-esteem as well, since, things kind of happen and stuff. But anyway, I don't think I'm going to be having any major romantic relationships in my fanfiction, because adding romance to it would be oh my gosh, you're just making it fluffy, and I don't like that ship. Yeah, sometimes people don't like certain ships, and I get that. I'm normally a cool shipper, but if anyone asks, my OTP will be Ameripan. You cannot change that fact for me. So, besides the nations coming to, falling through the portal, it is, Sarah's birthday party, so she's freaking out. I have to get things right. So she goes downstairs into, her kitchen, living room area, and she is okay, that's on the counter, that's on the counter, that's on the counter, that's on the counter, the cake. Go check the cake. It's there. It's cool. There's a tally on it. It's fine. She has this whole birthday party planned out. She's been planning it since January. And so she's, freaking out, just oh my gosh, today's the day, oh my gosh. Chill. Tasha's sitting on the couch is it's fine. What are you talking about? Guess what happens? What? A portal appears. So the portal appears. And what are the odds? 10 guys. Well, actually, 8 guys fall out. So they're people fell out of a portal that appeared. Well, this is something new. So, a guy falls on top of Tasha, who says Maple. Take a guess at who that is. And then a guy falls on top of Sarah, followed by another guy who falls on top of the guy who falls on top of Sarah. And then the other guys fall out, and then the portal closes. Now, the guy who fell on top of Sarah originally happens to be her favorite character. Oh my gosh, take a guess. It's Japan. Yes, Japan. He will forever be my favorite character. I mean, take a look at him. That's just amazing right there. So, oh my gosh, this guy, he looks like Japan. But he can't be, he's not real. Oh, well, he's kinda real now. So, they're internally freaking out, thinking, there are people, our anime people, I want to hug them. But they can't hug them because they don't know that they're anime people yet. So, they're freaking out, just like, okay, you know what? Like, why are you here? How did you get here? So, America's just like, well, I messed with Iggy with his things, and then the portal appeared, and then we're here. By the way, where are we? And they're like, oh, you're in California, United States of America. Because, that's where this takes place. And so, English is like, weren't we in London? Yes, you were in London. But you're not anymore. Now you're in the US of A. Well, California, the US of A. Anyway, so I guess I should tell you a little bit about the friends in this fic. In this fic, it will be starring 6 girls as well as the main 10 nations there. The 6 girls' names are Sarah, Tasha, Michaela, Chime, Kat, and V. These guys are best friends. They're also an anime band, which is why my fanfic kind of wraps around to being a musical fanfic. Because they are in an anime band, they of course have to do anime songs. So, songs that they happen to sing all the time are going to be character songs. Yes, they do sing it in Japanese some of the time, most of the time actually, but there will be the translations there, and if you want to read it along with the fanfic, I suggest that you actually listen to the song and read it at the same time, because that helps. Then again, sometimes you have to be a real quick reader to do that. But we all watch anime. We're cool, guys. We can do stuff. I mean, why would you click this video if you don't watch Hetalia? We all watch Hetalia. I mean, this video is just me talking about my Hetalia fan life and fanfic. Mostly my fanfic. By the way, this will probably just be a part 1 of a series of me talking about my fanfic. Because, this fanfic took like 5.5 days for me to tell my friend. It's a lot of explaining to do. Anyway, so I thought I should tell you a bit about the friends. The 6 friends are girls, obviously, and they're a pretty close-knit group of friends. And that is because they each they see themselves as kind of like not perfect. But the others think, oh my gosh, my friends are amazing. How come I'm in a group of friends who are so awesome? And it's kind of like they like each other for who they are. They each think of themselves as their flaws and nothing else, but the others in their group kind of bring them together. So that's why they're closely knit. Kat has an interesting backstory or past. For her past, it involves the 9/11 accident. Because we are all 16, born in 2000, oh my gosh. She was, just 1 when the 9/11 attack happened. However, she was living, in that area at the time. And her mom happened to be working there. So, unfortunately, her mom passed away in the 9/11 accident, but that kind of caused her father to be more distant from her. meaning that she barely talks to him, like, at all, and he barely notices her, actually. Which is why her favorite character is Canada, because he's also barely noticed, but then again, he's a maple-loving person that we all enjoy and love. So that's why her favorite character is Canada. So the thing that she is actually really good at is inventing. She has always been amazing at inventing things. And she is known just for that fact about her. You see, because her mom passed away and her father became distant, she needed someone to talk to. So she would always talk to a college professor that happened to be a friend of her dad. This college professor saw her potential and immediately began training her in the art of inventing. She had a natural knack for it. What can you say? So because she always had time to spend with the professor since her dad was so distant from her, she became really good at inventing things. So she's an inventor. That is just in her blood. She loves inventing. That is her thing. That is just what she's known for doing. And she's supposed to be actually at a college level knowledge. She knows enough to be at a college, just like V, who happens to be known for knowing pretty much everything about anything. She is just really smart person. And she's supposed to be at a college, but she doesn't want to be at a college because that means she has to leave her friends. Like I said before, they are a very tight-knit group. Anyway, that is Kat's backstory. Then I think I'm moving on to V. She is really smart. She just has always had the brain. She has a high IQ level, and she is a very smart and intellectual person. She can tell you pretty much anything about anything, just anything in general, and she'll tell you a random fact about things as you pass by, just like you might be passing a flock of crows, and you're like, did you know that a group of crows is called a murder? And just like, well, I didn't know that fact. And they always treat her really nicely. They think that her friends find her interesting, which is why she became friends with them, because most people want to become her friend just to cheat off her for tests or just homework or just be her friend only because of her intellectual knowledge. These people wanted to be her friend because they wanted to be her friend, which is why they are so close. So that's pretty much V's backstory. She isn't known for smiling a lot. However, when she does smile, it is a pretty rare event. Her favorite character is Russia. I guess I'll move on to Chime. Chime is the happy-go-lucky person of the group. She is very easygoing. She has such an Italy-like personality that that is just who they know her for. By the way, everybody in the group is into Hetalia. Obviously, that is kind of what brought them together. Anyway, so Chime, she's just known for being happy. She will always put a smile on everyone's faces, and she is kind of like the light of their day. She is kind of the rope that binds the group together. Without her, they're not sure really what the group would do. I guess I'll go on to Michaela. Michaela is the artist of the group. Although she judges herself very harshly with her art, she is a very talented artist. She just hasn't recognized her potential. Her friends saw her potential and encouraged her to actually show her art to others. And although she doesn't find her art good at all, she finds her art, and the other friends find her art amazing and just something worth sharing with the world, which is why she is an important aspect of the group. She is the fan art person of that group of friends, which is another reason why it is a very amazing thing that they became friends. Her favorite character is America because of his happy personality and how he tends to be optimistic for everything. Tasha. Tasha is known for a certain factor. She can see mystical creatures that people don't think are real. unicorns, pixies, fairies, even just mystical just creatures that are myths, that are not supposedly real. Because she can see them, she was always teased, just like, what do you mean that's a fairy? She was teased throughout her childhood, and that kind of demoted her, kind of just like, maybe they're not real. But her friends encouraged her. They helped her throughout thinking this, and because they got her over that, she can share what she sees with everyone, with her friends, still being confident in herself that they're actually there. So her favorite character is England, because he can also see these mystical creatures, and he just became kind of who she likes. He has a personality, a tsundere, who is just who he is just basically her idol. Sarah is an interesting person. She is, although she tends to stick to herself, she is known by others as a leader, as she has a good and outgoing personality. She's also known for making jokes quite often. She feels like she can relate with a lot of Hetalia characters. By a lot, I mostly mean Italy and Japan. She can relate to Italy based off a childhood experience. When she was in, I'd say, kindergarten, she met a boy named Harry. Harry was her best friend and her crush. She liked him because he was sweet and caring. They were best friends and did everything together. Harry also liked her, and they both knew that they liked each other. So they were best friends, very close-knit, and everybody kind of just like, hey, they should be a couple, hey. They were kind of shipping them before they even knew what shipping was. And then one day, Harry kind of just left. Without really saying goodbye, he just one time just said, I'm gonna move, but I promise we'll be friends forever. And that was a promise that she takes quite seriously. But she hasn't seen him since he left in 2nd grade, and that's kind of something that she holds on to. Kind of like with Italy and Holy Roman Empire. So she feels for Italy in that situation, as she can definitely relate. As for Japan, she feels for Japan because she does not always tell everyone her emotions. She tends to hide them inside of her. Like when she is sad, she won't tell anyone. She'll just be hiding it within herself. Kind of just like, I don't want to worry anyone, so she doesn't tell anybody. She just lets her feelings hide in the shadows of her world, not telling anyone else. That is what she does and has always done, which is why she feels for Japan, because he also does not show his emotions very clearly. I'd say that's it for the friends. The thing that Sarah's known for is actually playing instruments. She is known for playing anything she picks up. It doesn't matter if she's never seen it before. It doesn't matter if she can't even pronounce the name of the instrument. She'll just be able to play it just like that. She can play anything. It just needs to have a way to be played. That is what she's known for doing. I believe I've talked about all the group of friends. I think that's about it for this part of the video. I'll explain definitely more later. And I will put a link to my fanfiction down in the description. Because, hey, I just talked about the first few chapters, but you should definitely check it out. I'll try to be posting a chapter every week if I can manage, because school's a thing, and that's quite annoying. But besides that, I think we are done for this video. There'll definitely be a part 2, 3, 4, I don't know, because it's quite a long fan fiction, and I've only scratched the tip of the iceberg. So, I guess that's it for now. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye. Well, I missed the button. Toodles.